Hey guys, it's Sarah. Today is, oh gosh, it's already February 27th, 2021 at 1:06 p.m. I haven't recorded anything in a while. Um, and mostly it's for the same reason that I haven't been like writing as much or generally interacting with people. I've just been super depressed. And so every day is very samey. And the practice of making videos very often trying to talk about what's going on is like it's it I just wouldn't have had anything to say, you know. I haven't even been journaling. I've started journaling again. I've been journaling all year, but I did almost no journaling last year, and it was because it felt so weird just writing. Like today I stayed at home and I was too depressed to work and too anxious to have fun, and over and over again. So, but it's been a little while. I'm actually dressed today, so I thought I would check in. That yipping is my dog Ichabod. He's outside, and whenever he's outside going potty, he just has opinions that he has to share with the world the whole entire time. And this, by the way, is Charlotte Bronte. She's one of the kittens from last year, but she's much bigger now. She's very sweet. Um, you can see that my environment has changed a tiny bit. There's all of my usual clutter, but now I have a double chair. And I've talked about this on my Twitter, but I can't even tell you. Oh my gosh, I love this chair. Um, I spend a lot of time at my computer. My family spends a lot of time at computers in general. So I wanted to be able to have animals with me and let my children just sit with me and and so people could watch stuff with me while I'm doing things. So we got my King is also here too, by the way, but I can't get him on camera and I don't want to bother him. But the chair is big enough for me and King, and he's like an 80-pound dog, so very impressive. So this is two IKEA chairs just kind of hacked together. The left arm on this chair was removed. My husband removed it, and the right arm on this chair. And then he just, something about, I think he called them double-threaded bolts. He put a lot of like elbow grease into screwing the chairs together, and it honestly works fabulously. It's made me so happy just having my kids and dogs sitting with me all the time. I just love it. I am closing in on the end of writing the third and final Cage book, Artifact Hunters. That's the series with my alpha were squirrel, Chatter Cage. And since it's the end of the trilogy, I've kind of allocated a lot of book to like what happens after the end so that I can just spend some indulgent time with the characters when they're happy. And that has been fun to write, but it also hasn't been quite as long as I thought, and so I'm not sure that this book is going to hit my target word count. I'm not surprised. I've been writing very short this last year because writing is really hard, and so the words just don't flow as much. When the words are flowing, my writing process tends to be that I overwrite something by about 20%. And often this means writing redundantly. Not consciously, but I'll sort of write my way around a subject in the narrative a couple of times with descriptions and stuff, and then when I go back through the editing process, I cut out all the extra. When I'm writing the book, it's not obvious which redundancies I like. If I have an option between two descriptions, it's not obvious to me when I'm writing which one of them is better. And so then during editing, I just go through and claw out 20% of the book, and it's beautiful and it's magical. But since I'm writing so slowly, I'm lucky to be able to think of one way to say something. And so it's not only not written as lushly in the first draft, I guess, it's also like there's parts where I'm like, I have no idea how to describe this thing happening, so I'm just going to kind of breeze over it. It's a very different writing process than I've had for so long, but I just don't have it in me. I'm doing my best. And I think it's a lot to expect myself to be able to always be writing better than my last book. Just like writing is ultimately a job for me. I love writing, and it's all I've ever wanted to do, but it is a job, which means that I have to do it more regularly than obviously I'm capable of doing right now, because economic concerns must override my personal difficulties, I guess, my mental health challenges. But it would be a lot to expect of myself to be able to show up to my job when I'm not feeling good and still like do an outstanding job. It just didn't, it's not like I think this book is bad or anything. And in fact, I've been having a lot of negative feelings about what I'm writing, but when I share it with people, they don't see any difference. Like, they think it's just as good. So it's also entirely a factor is that my judgment of it is poor because my mental health is poor. So, like, oh my gosh, the stuff I'm doing to write this book. Right now I'm locking my computer for like where I have all my video games and stuff for like 6 hours a day in order to encourage myself to focus on writing, or at least not hyper focus on whatever game I'm into today. Right now it's Dyson Sphere Program. Really fun game. It's in early access on Steam, and oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disturb you. It's in early access on Steam, and it's so fun. But so I have things blocked out for 6 hours, and I'm still fighting so hard to write like 2,000 words a day. It used to be that I wrote 2,000 words an hour. Oh, are you done? Are you done? Okay, there you go, baby. King, come here, baby. Hi. Yeah. Wow. So this is the back of my dog. So I've been struggling, but the book is coming. These books, King. Hey, honey. Can I show your face? The answer is no. You can see his shoulders, his beautiful doggy shoulders. Oh, is that a face? The book is coming along. This series are shorter books, like 50,000, 60,000 words. So, I'm not even averaging like 500 words a day, because I'll have days where I manage to squeeze out 2,000 words, and then I'll have days where my whole body is like, we're just not writing today. And oh gosh. But it is coming together, little bit by little bit. And I'm not sure if it's going to be out in March at this rate. I was really hoping to release it in early March, but I'm definitely not hitting early March now, and late March seems unlikely. So maybe April at this point. Ugh. Oh my gosh. But it's coming. And so that is what I am up to. I am fighting depression a lot and not really talking about it because it's boring and repetitive. And I'm cuddling with animals and children at my awesome new chair. I'm showering like once a week. Depression, it's awesome. And I'm writing. So I'll be back when I'm back. And I hope spring comes to you guys soon if you're in this hemisphere. Stay safe, keep warm. See you later.